everybody, to another episode of the Mark Bishop Show. You know, the USPS is one of the largest fleets in the nation. Now, more than 246,000 postal vehicles drive over 1 billion miles a year, and they deliver mail to over 168 million delivery points across the nation. Big numbers. So it's no surprise that safe driving is a big part of the successful delivery of America's mail. Postal employees are hard at work on the streets, and we all drive them, but they need our help, the public's help, to raise awareness about safety motor vehicle driving and postal vehicles that include tractor trailers, cargo vans, box trucks, and their new generation NGDV delivery vehicles, electric vehicles as well. So to get some tips, I'm fortunate to have Scott Miller. He is the USPS Safety and Health Awareness Specialist. Welcome, Scott.
Great to be with you, Mark.
Well, there's a lot of good things you can help out. I think I should leave them to you. Would you like to share these tips that you'd like to tell the listeners what to look out for?
Absolutely. As you said, our vehicle fleet is massive, and we drive, 6 and 7 days a week out there. So we're out in the public almost every single day out there. So like you said, safety is a top priority, especially motor vehicle safety here at the Postal Service. But our campaign is for the public, right? We want the public's help. We are out there on the road together, and together we can make the roads a safer place to drive. Whether it's distracted driving, speeding, failure to notice, stop vehicles, these small mistakes, unfortunately, they can lead to significant consequences out there.
Yeah, well, there's no doubt about it. You've got to have your eyes open. Tell us more about these NGDVs. Where are we heading with this?
Yes, so it's an exciting time for us at the Postal Service. So we do have the next generation delivery vehicles, and these are state-of-the-art delivery vehicles. They went through a lot of rigorous testing to get out, and we're slowly introducing them into our fleet out there. And these are top of the line safe vehicles with a lot of new safety features, such as collision avoidance technology. We have visual and audible warning systems, traction control, automatic braking, even a 360-degree camera view, and backup cameras out there, all to help us navigate, the nation's roads more safe out there.
Well, it sounds like you've done your bit. We have to do ours. You've got all sorts of things. So tell us, why is motor vehicle safety such an important topic for the Postal Service?
Well, it's because, unfortunately, there are accidents out there, right? And, we just want to make sure that drivers are aware that we are out there delivering. You'd mentioned some of our vehicles out there, including box trucks, tractor trailers, our NGDVs. We also have ProMaster vans, minivan type delivery vehicles. So we have many different vehicles out there on the road. And, they're all our classic white vehicles with our emblem on there. So if you see one of those vehicles, we're asking the public just to slow down a little bit, right? Give us some extra space out there. Be ready to stop if necessary. Staying alert and cautious if the vehicle stopped at a mailbox. If we're stopped delivering mail at a mailbox, right, we're probably going to go to that next mailbox. So anticipation is key as well, to be safe out there on the road.
Yeah. We've all had that experience, I'm sure of it. You get behind a mail, you've got to do the job, and usually right over on the right side of the road. So
Absolutely.
You've just got to be a little more cautious going around, making sure oncoming cars,
For sure.
Not trying to speed up. If you could give us the biggest advice that you would like to give, what should the public do to stay safe, do you think, when they see a postal vehicle parked or pulled over on the side of the road, delivering into an actual mailbox?
Absolutely. So our biggest tip for you would be a defensive driver and stay aware. Always try to anticipate, even though that's hard. With us, it's a little more predictable, right? We are out there delivering mail. We're making multiple stops each and every day. So you know that we are going to be stopping and starting. So being patient with us, giving that little bit of extra space, slowing down a little bit, those simple habits when you're around a postal vehicle can significantly reduce risks of getting into that accident.
So, how important do you think it is to check for blind spots?
Oh, extremely important. As you know, like every vehicle, unfortunately, has blind spots, right? Our vehicles aren't excluded from that. So always be aware, if the old adage is if you can't see the driver in the mirror, they probably can't see you. That holds true. That goes for pedestrians as well and children. Parents with children, we try to say, don't, kids love the mail truck coming into the neighborhood. Don't run up behind the mail truck, don't run up along the side. You just don't know if we can see out there. And then, especially like backing out of driveways. Unfortunately, a lot of accidents happen with the public backing out of a driveway. The delivery vehicle may be on the other side of the road servicing a mailbox, or they may be coming up driving to your house or your neighbor's house out there. So always be extra cautious when backing out of your driveway.
Yeah, when I think of the kids, I think of the old ice cream trucks.
Right?
It's not quite that, you know what I mean?
Not
You ever
quite.
think that? Do you think the day will come when you guys will have flashing lights all over the place, and other, as long as you don't have sirens, for God's sake,
There you go. There you go. Or unfortunately, ice cream, but maybe.
Yeah, the distracted driving is a worry today. More and more people are texting. I can't believe what I see on the road.
Absolutely.
And
It seems like it's every
cheap.
day.
Even if you don't have a modern car today, it's cheap to be able to have hands-free discussion to
For
set it
sure.
up, right? So really,
Absolutely.
there's no excuse. But this texting is getting out of hand, and I think you've really. I mean, phones down, eyes on the down road, especially when there could be a mail truck somewhere in the vicinity.
For
They've
sure.
got the nipping everywhere. I think another problem too. Yeah, it was big on the driveways. That's enormous backing out. But don't block the trucks, you say. If you do see a postal truck making a delivery, don't park too close to it or obstruct, in the driveway. Is that a
Absolutely.
big issue, is it?
It is. We have different problems for different landscapes out there, in our urban environments and our big cities out there. Oftentimes there's double parking on roads and stuff like that. And people are always thinking they're more important and might block our postal vehicle in. And then we can't be timely, right? We can't get to our next delivery because we have to wait to even get out of our parking spot out there. And for
Yeah.
our rural customers and our residential neighborhoods out there, blocking your path to your mailbox or having cars in front of your driveway, in front of your mailbox, that just adds an extra safety risk for us. And, it could, delay the mail a little bit as well.
As I did in the opening to this interview, Scott, the numbers are prolific, aren't they? 246,000 postal vehicles driving over a billion miles a year into 168 million delivery points. I mean, what are the odds something's going to happen?
Right. And, our exposure out there, it's never really been higher. Um, and because we're out there every day, like you said, and there's so many of us, we may blend into the background for the public, right? You might not even notice that we're out there making these multiple stops out there. So it's very important to, be that defensive driver, stay aware, stay alert, and know that there could be one of multiple vehicles out there with the USPS logo delivering your mail and packages out there.
Yeah, well, it's getting busier and busier in all sorts of areas between the brown trucks and the blue and the whites and the
For sure,
other
for sure.
contractors, you know what I mean? Plain whites, and it's everything's at home, huh? So,
Absolutely.
is there anything special, you'd like to, something the public may overlook when it comes to driving, walking, or for that matter, riding a bike around USPS vehicles?
Yes, like I said, don't make us, part of your scenery. Make it important that if you see one of our white vehicles out there with the postal emblem on it, that you do give us that extra space. You do slow down a little bit. Take those extra couple seconds to make this safe move so that we can both coexist on the road together and not have any kind of motor vehicle incident.
As your, role, your designation as the USPS Safety and Health Awareness Specialist, right? Do you
Correct?
do you have to go to ongoing? Are there major meetings with councils and roads or people developing roads or freeways or highways? Do they ever include you at all, maybe to consider?
You know what? I really don't have the answer to that question. I'm sure that they may, but unfortunately, we're on every road out there, right? So that really should be a consideration out there when these planners and developers are putting new roadways in.
Yeah, yeah. No, I was just thinking, I wonder where you'd have to travel to. And any word on, any of this business of the privatization? That'll never happen, will it?
My focus is on safe driving here today, so we don't really know much about that. So you can
Okay.
find out more information from our public relations department at the
I think
Postal
you do a
Service here.
great job. I really do. I think they do a marvelous job. What about spreading the word on this? What social media? Is there anything there we can tell our listeners?
Absolutely. So your listeners can find out more information at USPS.com and on social media at hashtag USPS Vehicle Awareness.
Hashtag USPS vehicle awareness.
That's correct.
And the .com was USPS.com, right?
Yes, sir.
Simple as that. All right, my friend. Well, let's hope going into this year the numbers come down of, negative numbers, any accidents and things like that you're doing so hard to try and stop. But fabulous job, and I appreciate the time you've given us, Scott. Scott Miller, ladies and gentlemen, the USPS Safety and Health Awareness Specialist. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Mark.